The Lego House. I'm standing here with Mark. So good to see you.
Thank you very much. Good to see you.
I follow you on Twitter, but we've never met actually.
Not that I recall, no.
But you're an icon. Everybody knows you.
I'm an icon.
You're out there since many, many years.
That's kind of scary. People need better icons.
Lego designer.
I've been here for 12 and a half years now, yeah.
And now we have this one here. This this is awesome. I just saw it. This is the new exclusive set, Jurassic Park, T.rex, Rampage. I mean, the door and the dinosaur. Okay, please tell us about it.
Well, it's my first D2C, at least the first one that's made it to market. My big Batmobile didn't make it.
What a shame, by the way. What a shame.
I was so proud of that. But now I'm incredibly proud of this, so it's fine with me. I've got something out there. This was something I worked on for about 5-6 months last year. And it is, as you said, it's the giant T.rex, the star of the first movie, the only character who's in all 5 of the movies so far, and the iconic gates that they go through before the first time they play that music, the Jurassic Park music, when they see the dinosaurs at a distance. It's all through these gates. So it's 2 of the very most iconic things from the first movie.
Before we talk about this dinosaur on the gate, let's have a quick look here. We have 6 minifigures.
We do. 6 minifigures, 4 of them are unique to this set. Dr. Grant and Dr. Sattler have, of course, been seen in the Jurassic Park set that came out this year, along with Timmy and Lex. But now we've added Dennis Nedry, John Hammond, Ray Raymond, and Ian Malcolm to the lineup. So we now have 4 brand new Jurassic Park iconic figures.
Is the gate a minifig scale? I would say so. No, it's too big.
Yeah, the minifigures are a sort
just
of bonus.
Decoration. I mean, the scale of a dinosaur could be it's maybe too big.
Yeah. I'm not even sure the dinosaur is in scale with the gate. I think they're slightly off. But if the gate had gone any bigger, it would have been a bit silly. I think it's. Plus, the dinosaur is awesome. So it looks good together. That's the main thing.
I could imagine that the minifigures just passed this gate. But before we talk about the gate, let's talk about the dino here. I mean, what was the most challenging part in the design process?
Making it stand on 2 legs. It was a massive challenge to get this size model on 2 legs in a secure way with strong enough ankles and the hip joint, which can carry it all and still allow you to, you can pose however you like with this. So there's all sorts of ways of moving Big Rexy around. Yeah.
I like the color scale. I mean, the function is awesome. It's really stable here. So we see, I don't know if you're allowed to show it, I hope so. There is another one behind this box, so I think this is a prototype.
There's a couple of prototypes I have here. This is the first version. This was built by Mike Psyche, the guy who ended up with Carl working on the big Apollo rocket.
We know Mike.
You know Mike. I think everybody's starting to know Mike. So he built this back in 2012 in his first few months at Lego, and it sat on a shelf. I think he updated a couple of times because we've got some of these double bows I don't think existed back then. But he basically was hoping to get it into Creator at some point. But we stole his giant dinosaur when we started up Jurassic World for the second movie. We had it on our shelf, and James Stevenson built a version of the gates to put on to put behind it, because together they just looked awesome, this big grey dinosaur and the gate. Yeah. And then it was, because it was sitting around, because everybody loved it, it was kind of a no-brainer to turn it into one of the D2Cs for this year. And then Marcus came to me because I'd been lobbying, if we do that, can I do that? And he said, okay, go for it. Build me the ultimate dinosaur and Jurassic Park gates. And so I set out to build the ultimate dinosaur. So first I took Mike's and I tried coloring it to see what would happen. And I found that the head particularly ended up not looking like the Jurassic head. You can't see its eyes down the front of the head, which in the movie, it's definitely looking at you. Yeah. Stereoscopic vision, it wants to eat you. Yeah. So I had to find a way of doing that, and it meant doing a brand new head. Plus the colors, the teeth showed through. I had to solve a few things. So when I sort of figured, well, all right, if I'm not going to do this, and Marcus had told me do the ultimate dinosaur, I went and I tried to do the ultimate dinosaur. I built this guy. This is as far as I got, because it was at this point I realized it's actually too heavy for Lego hinges. It got too big, but I loved the design that I was coming up with the head, the fact that you can see down the nose, you can see the two eyes, and it felt right. So when I went closer to Mike's original scale and came down, I tried to keep a lot of these things that the larger version had kind of taught me what to do.
So this was too big.
It's too big. I mean, honestly, I put legs on it, which I later cannibalized for other stuff. But again, the legs would have had to be huge, and the weight became too great, and it wouldn't stand upright. No matter how much weight I put at the back, it was as the tail. The tail would have had to be like 2 meters long to balance out the amount of weight I had at the front. So I just couldn't make it work. So the biggest T.rex went away, and we went down a little bit. But I still like that one.
Maybe one day.
If we can ever crack larger hinges.
This is going to be out there in August?
I think it goes to all retail on August the 1st, but I'm not 100% sure. I think Shop at Home is 1st of July, but again, I'm not 100%.
Do we have a price for us?
I believe it's $250 and it's just over 3,000 elements. But again, I'm trying to remember from 9 months ago, so I'm not 100% on that.
This is a big set, and it looks stunning. I'm looking forward to build this dino and the skate, and I will. So there's one last thing, Mike, I want to mention. We've met the first time, but I didn't understand this Mark killed Teal story.
Yes.
So first of all, why did you kill Teal? Who asked you to kill? Tell me the Teal story, please.
All right, this is a long time ago now. I've been here 12 and a half years, and this was my first couple of months at Lego. I was working on Exoforce, and I developed a model later called the Dark Panther, which I built in black and red, and I thought it looked awesome in black and red. But Eric Leganes, one of our design directors at the time, came to me and said, as I was a fan and just been hired, we're trying to reduce the number of Lego colors, and we've narrowed it down to these two, purple and teal. So are you using any of them in your model? And I was like, I've got to save something. I said, the Dark Panther I was thinking of doing in purple or teal. And he said, we'll build it and show us, and we'll have a look and see what it's like. So I built it in those colors, all three colors, red, teal, and purple. I still think the red looked best. But I convinced him that the purple was cool and would look fantastic, and it was panther flavored that way. But in doing so, I killed teal because I couldn't save both. Plus, teal sucks as a color. No,
But teal's back.
Zombie teal is back, and I'll kill it if I get a chance. No, I don't. It's a lovely color. It's part of the color wheel we don't have any other bricks in, really. So it's nice to have it as a in the Lego palette again. But it is zombie teal. But I have to tell you, because teal is back, I managed to hide a few teal bricks away inside the dinosaur, and you'll find a couple of them as you build through it. I also put some coral in there because that's another horrible color.
So teal's back, and we will put the link in the description and show you Batmobile, which would have been an awesome set, which is not out there, unfortunately. But
it is the highest technical challenge I've had. I mean, getting this to balance on two legs was a big challenge, but that was the concept art they had originally and the things that it needed to do with caterpillar tracks and double spinning drills and a Batmobile on the top. It was insane, and I loved cracking the puzzles there. It's such a shame it didn't come out, but that's one of those things. As a designer, you got to get used to the fact that not everything you do will make it to the marketplace. So,
Mike, my last question would be: you're helping people with decisions, and I'm always between Mike and Marcus, who's the second best Lego designer of all time. So now he's back on the second spot because of the carousel. But if you have to pick one, because you can do this, you're the one. Is it Marcus or is it Mike? Who's? I mean, after Jamie. Jamie's up there. I mean, then Marcus, the Disney cast. Just think of
Jamie is the best Lego designer
of all time, Jamie. Yeah, we don't discuss about Jamie.
We don't. Okay, that seems unfair to Jamie. I mean, you've put him on a pedestal which he now has to constantly strive to maintain.
It's a hard job.
This is, you should knock him down to the ground and put somebody else up there on the top.
So I see. It's my own decision.
This is a tough one. I mean, we have people like Niels Milan Pedersen, who's been at Lego since 1980.
Yes, of course.
He built the first model that had a yellow classic spaceman on, which I had as a kid. How can I not have him as my number one?
That's why I ask you, because I think of all the sets I've built in the last years, and the Disney castle is still shiny. It's still one of the best sets of all time. So, but Marcus have done some crazy stuff, like the Ford Mustang is awesome. So I still don't know what to do. So please help me here. Last question: who's on the second spot? It's your decision.
I'm saying. No, I'm not saying me. Yeah.
Okay. Mark Stafford is on the second spot right now.
I'll take it.
Thank you so much. See you next time in Berlin. Take care and bye.